Hey, what's popular, everybody? Braves Vlog. Let's talk a little bit about Walking Dead episode 7 from last night. All right, so I'm actually listening to a Bernie Sanders interview about his feelings and experiences during the election. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Walking Dead episode 7. Sing me a song. Spoiler savages, please put your keyboards down and put your fingers in your ears if you don't want to hear spoilers, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to do some spoiling. All right, so the episode opens up, and I'm not going to lie, when the episode opened up, I thought that we was watching a rerun of last week. I was like, what the frick? Where's the new episode? Because you see Michonne, she sees those mattresses burning and some shit like that, and then she's walking down the street and she's cutting up walkers, right, and dragging walker bodies off. So at this point, I'm feeling like, I think Michonne done fucking snapped, like she done clicked off, like she's fucking flipping, right? Because I was like, oh, she was just gone. But nah, she had a plan. She was working her way up to something. So anyways, this episode really touched closely to the comics. I mean, and most of them do, but this one was really good. This is a bit in there with Carl and Negan. Carl, everybody does that. And Negan, and Carl has to unwrap his little eye dressing, and for the first time, I think it's for the first time, maybe the second time, we get to see Carl's eye socket. It's really gross. And Negan goes into this thing where he's like, God damn, that shit's fucking here. He's like going into it, they're going in on it and stuff, right? He talks about actually being able to see the socket and, you know, unwrapping the gift and all that. And it's like almost pulled directly from the comic. I thought it was done really well. I thought it transferred from pages to screen really well. They did a good job of pulling it off, right? So everybody's just out and about scavenging for Negan. And where we left off last was, okay, if you remember last episode, Carl and Jesus, who was a ninja, he's a ninja, were in the back of the truck headed back to Negan's like personal camp, trying to find him and everything. And I thought that it was pretty cool, their interaction between Carl and Jesus. Is just a cool freaky character, right? And then Jesus jumps out of the van, out of the back of the truck, right? And Negan and Carl decides he's going to stay, but he tricks Jesus because, you know, obviously Jesus ain't gonna let him stay in there, because Carl's not like just trying to find out where Negan is. Carl's got plans to kill this motherfucker, right? Like, he's with it. He's about to bring the shits to him. He's looking for him. Like, I'm looking for the ops right now, you know, to borrow DJ Academic's term, right? So Carl actually goes all the way to the camp in the back of the truck. And I'm sitting there the whole time. I'm like, yo, what is this guy planning? Like, how is he going to get out of the back of this truck? Carl's like, fuck getting out of the back of the truck. I'm not trying to get out of the back of the truck. I'm trying to spray bullets. So he picks up a M16 and locks and loads 1 magazine, right? And as soon as the guys pull up to the truck, he's just fucking letting off rounds, like, like dropping bodies, right? And then he's like, yo, the rest of y'all, get the fucks out the way. Ain't nobody else got to die. I just want that dude, right? And so this shit totally impresses Negan. Now, a cool thing about this episode is that we get to see, yeah, it's the same. You get more of Negan and his bravado and his long dialogues and all of this shit, right? But you get to see more into Negan's actual camp, like his personal camp. So you get a touch of what Negan is all about. If you remember a few episodes back where he was trying to sway Daryl, right? And he brings Daryl into this room. He's like, this could all be yours. And initially we thought that, okay, that was like the best they had to offer. This is how they're all living, which is better than a lot of people, but still. But no, Negan's living better than that. I mean, his camp, his base, or his home of operations is not like the bomb-looking shit. It's not like all nice and swank. But his little personal living quarters is top-notch. Leather furniture, studded with the studs and all this. Yo, he's living good, right? And we get to see his harem, right? His harem of ticking wives, right? And he's got them all like fleshed out in some nice like couture dresses and shit like that, like cleavage out and all of this stuff, right? Like, he ain't got his chicks looking like, you know, he makes his comment like, I know most chicks you've seen lately are like, look dressed like they work on cars. He's like, nah, hell nah, right? And he even explains the reason why he's like got so many wives is like, shit, is a new world, new rules. Why not change the rules? Have as many wives as you want. So he's got like all these wives. He's got some chocolate in there. He's got a good bit of diversity. Negan likes to dip his toes in different flavors of coffee. You know what I'm saying? So that was pretty cool. And just getting more into him was a really great experience. It really gave you more. Because admittedly, it's kind of getting on my nerves with the whole, you know, Negan shows up and he drops his shoulder back when he's talking and he's on the heels of his feet when he's talking and making some sly comment or statement to let you know why you should be afraid of him. And I'm like, God, how long are we going to run this shit? So getting to his camp, seeing how he conducts business. We even get a bit where we find out how that one cat, we'll call him Burnt Face Half Freddy Krueger, one, you know what I'm saying, one quarter Krueger, we're going to call him 1/4 Krueger. So we get to see how 1/4 Krueger got that 1/4 of his face burnt the fuck up like that, right? Because his other wife, she crept back out and slept with her husband, you know what I'm saying? And his rule is, you know, you want to leave me and go back to your husband, that's fine. I put your whole family on a bullshit job, but you can go, right? But if you stay, you cannot cheat on me. And he really considers it cheating, even though he's just taking someone's husband. It's not really taking because they volunteer because they want to have a better life for themselves and their husbands or whatever. Me personally, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that shit. My wife goes nowhere. Don't make no choices for me. I got that shit. We'll take care of this. We'll just kill this motherfucker and we'll deal with the rest of it. You know what I'm saying? But that's the set aside. So, since she is Negan's wife, and she did go sleep with her ex-husband, her old, whatever the fuck, that's really weird. You know, a price has to be paid. So dude gets his face burnt the fuck up. And with the iron, and it's really disgusting because when he pulls the iron away, like skin is still sticking to the iron. Oh my God, it's grody. And the dude pisses himself. And it's funny because Negan says he just pissed himself. Oh my God, that's even weirder. So, and then he's like, leans over the car, he's like, that shit's cool, right? And there's one portion where he approaches his people or whatever from a balcony or a catwalk, and they're all on their knees, and he says some shit about them doing good, and they can all get vegetables without points because they work on the points, and like it's not, instead of money you earn points, and with these points you can purchase different things, right? So he turns his back to them to talk to Carl, right? And he's like, are they still on their knees? And like he's just enjoying this shit. He's like a douchebag, but he's also like a big kid. You know what I'm saying? He's like a big kid that hasn't really been socially developed. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you learn that sometimes he's saying fucked up shit, but he doesn't mean to be just an asshole. It's that he doesn't know that what he's saying, or he doesn't realize that what he's saying is totally fucked up to the extent that it could hurt someone's feelings. Like, so when he says certain things to Carl, he actually apologizes to him and then gives him a little bit of pep talk in a Negan way, which is weird in itself. And then there's a bit later on in the episode where they go back to Alexandria and they have to wait for Rick and the rest of the guys to come back, mainly Rick. And you know, the chick from Nurse Betty, yeah, I love her, right? She's there, and he's like saying like, well, we gotta. He says some shit, because she says we're basically starving, and he's like, you're basically starving, you, which means you're not starving at all, because he's saying because she's fat, right? So how the fuck are you starving? You're fat. You know, there's no way you're starving. You know what I'm saying? So and she turns around and she starts crying, and then you can see it on his face. He literally is like, oh man, I went maybe a little bit too far. So his way of making it up is by telling her, hey, we got to be here for a while. I'm down to fuck the shit out of you if you want some of that, right? I guess he considers that like doing her a favor, right? Because he's an asshole, but he doesn't realize that he's just not, you know, he's just not, what he's saying is not cool, it's not kosher, right? So that's a good bit of insight into him. So a few things go on, a few things progress, but what I see is that multiple groups are now, or multiple personnel are now becoming more and more empowered to do something about this Negan problem. First you had Carl go with the bat, and Negan is totally impressed with Carl. Like, he really likes this kid because he should have killed him a long time ago. Carl even stands up in his face because Carl ain't about the bullshit, he's with the shit, right? He's like, how about you jump out this motherfucking window and save me the trouble of having to kill you, because I'm gonna fucking kill you. And this is while he's like in Negan's, like, you know, custody, like Negan has control of him, like Negan has him captured and shit, right? Carl ain't backing down. And like Negan's like, Carl's like, if you knew anything about us and who we are and what we could do, you kill us. Why are we still alive? You know what I'm saying? Because Carl ain't about that bullshit, right? He catches you lacking and he's gonna give it to you the way you want it, right? That's all Carl, right? So Negan's fully impressed because Negan sees a little bit of himself in this kid, I think, right? And so he's like, kind of playing like the big brother mentor role, but of course he's fucked off in the head, so it's kind of like a psychotic mentor role. He's calling Carl a young serial killer in the making or some shit. Carl just lets him know that, you know, he had to kill his own mother, just shit like that, right? And you know, everybody in every different scene, most of the different scenes are singing a song or carrying out their actions to a song. You see Michonne, as I said earlier, whistling while she works, right? So there's a good bit of callback to the actual title when you see why the title is what it is. So it ends out with, as I said, it ends out with Negan going back to Alexandria with Carl to have a talk with Rick about Carl, right? And if you know anything about the comic, you know where this is going. We also see someone slip Daryl a note and a way to escape, but we don't know who it is, right? Now, suspicion would have you believe it's that chick, the wife of Quarterface Kruger, right? Now, Quarterface Kruger is interesting because he's starting to build up to where he want to do something about this bullshit, right? And hey, I'm telling you, I think it's him that slipped the note. We don't know this for a fact. It's not really a spoiler because it's speculation, but I'm saying I think it's him that slipped him the fucking note, right? That's what I'm thinking, right? We'll find out, right? So that means we're going to see Daryl back in action here pretty soon, and I'm happy about that shit, right? An interesting dynamic between Quarterface Kruger's wife and Negan. She gets to talk crazy shit to him, like, and he allows it, like, as if at first I didn't recognize because she was all dolled up. Like in the past episodes, you saw her in, like, you know, little found me dress like you got from a thrift store or some shit like the Goodwill. But in this episode, you see her like laid out in a little black, they call it like a band-aid dress because it's like so tight wrapped around him and shit. You know what I'm saying? She's looking good, right? So, and he's taking shit from her, she kisses him freely. It's something there, like she kind of digs him, I think, in a certain way, or maybe she's a really good actress, being a really good actress. I don't fucking know, but it's something there. Yeah. So, closing it out, I think we're going to see some things happen now. I think we're going to see some things happen from these different entities. I think we're building up to that point now where we're going to start seeing the conflict or the coalition come together to take Negan down. And I'm really ready to get to that. So that next 90-minute episode we got coming up, I think is going to be that. Now here's what's up. Negan's liking Alexandria, right? I mean, it's even this cool little thing, right? It's really dysfunctional, but it's a cool little thing where Carl's showing Negan all around, but against his will. And Negan's having a ball in Alexandria carpet. He's got his shoes off, running water, playing darts. And he's sitting on the porch holding the baby. Now that's crossing the fucking line. You can't hold another man's baby, and he's holding the baby. So I think that, and this is what I'm getting to, I think that when Rick comes back and he sees this motherfucker holding his baby, I think that's going to be one too many motherfucking lambs crossing over the motherfucking fence. I think at this point, Rick's going to be like, nah, you know what? You got to go. We got to take care of it. We got to watch this motherfucker, right? So I think we're going there now. I think we're going there because, yeah. My wife pointed out to me there's a clip of Rick's face with this, like, the sweat dripping, and he's all like, the shaking Rick, stunned face. And I'm like, oh man, did he kill the baby? But my wife pointed out that's possibly like an older shot, right? She's in The Walking Dead now. So, yeah, that might be. I don't fucking know. All I know is I'm ready to see where this shit's going. All right, that's Walking Dead. Pretty good episode. Let's touch on one more thing before I get out of here, right? So, recently Shia LaBeouf did a dope little freestyle. So, a fucking Soulja Boy has, man, oh God, I'm gonna do a whole fucking vlog on dumb shit when it comes to this rap shit right now, dude. I love hip hop, but this rap shit industry shit sucking balls right now, dude. So Soulja Boy has to call out fucking Shia LaBeouf. What the fuck is that when Soulja Boy is calling out Shia LaBeouf's actors mad because Shia LaBeouf spit bars that was better than what most of these motherfucking mainstream industry motherfuckers is even thinking about doing, because they don't care. The rap cats don't care about spitting no bars. Only real hip hop cats care about spitting bars right now. The rest of these motherfuckers don't give a shit. Soulja Boy calls out fucking Shia LaBeouf, talking about, motherfucking nigga, you can't come to the land, nigga, you got shooters, nigga, we gonna fuck, you just ain't for you, man, get the fuck out of here, dog. It's embarrassing, bruh. You know what I'm saying? It's embarrassing, dude. This ain't coming from a fan. I'm not a fan of yours. It's just coming from a fan of rap and hip-hop, man. Come on, man. I mean, it's already embarrassing. This guy is always fucking, you know, telling lies on the internet and shit. You mean, you already rich. What you lying for, dude? But The idea that you gotta make the fuck, I'm sick of seeing young, stupid millennial rappers making videos waving around the fucking weapons and the guns and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, get the Dracos and shit. But get out of here, dog. Where the hell is y'all minds? I'm gonna do a whole video on that shit. That shit's just stupid now. It's like, what the fuck is internet gangstering? I don't even understand that shit, man. And everybody, you rich, you get rich so you can get out and get better and live somewhere better. You know what I'm saying? Like cats like me who actually grew up in these fucked up neighborhoods and areas, who work hard to get out and shit. You know what I'm saying? Just to get to the suburbs, not even to the, you know, in the rich shit. We realize that motherfuckers don't want to live in that shit. Why are you now rich and you pretending like that's the hot shit? Like you trying to keep that with you when you know you ain't keeping that with you. Get the fuck out of here, man. That shit's embarrassing, dog. Get out of here, man. Hey, out of here!